Hey guys, good morning. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Great to be with you on Inspirations for Your Life. Thanks so much for tuning in this morning or whenever you're tuning in. Thanks so much. To check out BelieveMeAchieve.com. More of my amazing, inspiring creations. Of course, you know the master topic for the week is breaking past limitations and stepping into confidence. So that means we need a granular topic for today, and we do. Breaking free, letting go of him, and embracing confidence, series 4, show 6, episode number 3. Welcome, everyone. If you'd like to go grab something from the kitchen, well, feel free to go do that, whether it's tasty, delicious, whether it's something sweet, whether it's something cold, whether it's something hot, whether it's something healthy, or whether it's not. Feel free to do that and hurry on back. All right. Well, welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If I haven't welcomed you enough, welcome. Welcome to another empowering episode of the Inspirations for Your Life podcast. I'm your host and also a podcast coach, John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. And today I'm going to be tackling the powerful yet silent obstacle that holds so many people back: self-doubt. Doubt creeps into our minds, convincing us that we're not capable, not worthy, or not ready to pursue our dreams. But what if I told you that letting go of doubt is the first step toward unlocking your full potential? In this episode, I'm going to break down how to recognize and overcome self doubt, shift negative thoughts into positive ones, build confidence, and develop a resilient mindset. If you've ever held yourself back due to fear or hesitation, this episode is the one that you're definitely not going to want to miss. It's time to stop doubting yourself, everyone, and start believing in your ability to achieve greatness. All right, let's kick it off, right? So, recognizing self doubt and its impacts. Self doubt can be subtle, but its effects are profound. It can cause hesitation, missed opportunities, and lack of confidence in your decisions. Recognizing self doubt is the first step toward asking yourself a very important question. And those are questions based on: is it based on past experience? Is it fear of failure, or external influences? Understanding the root of self doubt allows you to take control of it and your life rather than letting it control you. Once identified, you can begin to replace these limiting beliefs with empowering thoughts and actions. Yes, 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 yes. Number 2, reframe your brain, reframing negative thoughts into positive ones. So our inner dialogue shape our reality. If we constantly tell ourselves we're not good enough, we start to believe it. The key to overcoming doubt is to reframe negative thoughts into positive affirmations. Instead of saying I'm not good at this, shift it to I'm still learning and I'm improving every day. This simple shift in mindset helps you to approach challenges with confidence instead of fear. Retraining your brain to focus on possibilities rather than limitations, it's a game changer in building self belief. So, what are you waiting for? Why not do that? Number 3, building confidence through small wins. We've talked about this before. Confidence isn't built overnight, it's developed through repeated actions and achievements. So, no matter how small, every time you accomplish something, whether it's speaking up in a meeting, whether it's completing a personal project, or it's stepping out of your comfort zone, you prove to yourself that you are capable. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand that much, but I'm telling you, it's something that you need to understand right now, because if you don't understand it, you're going to get tripped up by it, right? Every time you accomplish something, whether it's speaking up, like I said, in a meeting, completing a personal project, or stepping out of your comfort zone, you prove to yourself that you're capable. I want to repeat that. Celebrate these small victories and use them as stepping stones to build lasting confidence. Over time, these wins will accumulate, compound, and reinforce the belief that you can achieve even bigger goals and promises and aspirations. So I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize, but it's something I hope you will understand. So, trusting yourself and your abilities. Doubt often stems from a lack of trust in yourself. When you constantly question your decisions or seek validation from others, you give away your personal power. Trusting yourself means knowing that you are capable of making the right choices for your life. This trust grows when you listen to your intuition, reflect on past successes, and remind yourself that setbacks do not define your abilities. The more you rely on yourself, the less power doubt has over you. So stop doing that. Number five, everyone, overcome fear of failure. This is one I think that gets a lot of people caught in the weeds, and it's something that you can actually do. Um, I think that a lot of people don't realize, their own power. They don't realize their own power. So overcoming fear of failure is important. Many people let doubt take over because they fear failure. Failure is just false evidence appearing real. But failure isn't the opposite of success, ladies and gentlemen. It's a necessary part of it. Every mistake is a learning opportunity that brings you closer to your goals. The most successful people in the world have failed multiple times before they achieved greatness. The key is to shift your perspective on failure instead of seeing it as something to avoid. View it as a stepping stone to growth, and that will help you empower yourself and get further to where you want to be to your promises and aspirations. Once you remove the fear, doubt loses its grip on you, and suddenly you're able to take off. It's like if you've ever been on a bicycle before, if you have your hands, clenched on the handlebars too tight, then you're squeezing the brakes. And you can't pedal forward very well if you're squeezing the brakes. So release, and you'll be able to go free. Replacing doubt with action and persistence. Doubt thrives whenever there's inaction. The longer you sit in hesitation, the more it grows. The best way to combat doubt is to take action. Even small steps toward your goals help to dismantle uncertainty. When you act, despite your doubts, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than the fear holding you back. Persistence is key. Staying committed, even when obstacles arise, reinforces your belief in yourself and your ability to succeed. That is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that is a real game changer. But a lot of people just get hung up on doubt, like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I think that's a big problem for a lot of people because they're like, you know, I'm telling myself this, right? And I'm scared and I keep telling myself this. And guess what happens? You become the this that you don't want. All right. So watch what you tell yourself. Surround yourself with positive influences. The people you spend time with have a significant impact on your mindset. If you're surrounded by negativity or individuals who constantly reinforce doubt, it's hard to break free from self limiting beliefs. Instead, seek out supportive, uplifting people who encourage growth, confidence, and resilience. Positive influences can help reframe your perspective, push you to take action, and remind you of your worth when self doubt tries to take over. Number eight, practicing self compassion and patience. Self doubt often comes from being overly critical of yourself. Learning to practice self compassion allows you to move forward with grace instead of self judgment. Speak to yourself the way you would encourage a close friend. Acknowledge your efforts, forgive your mistakes, and remind yourself that growth takes time. Being patient with yourself allows you to build confidence without the pressure of perfection. Embracing uncertainty as part of growth. Life is full of unknowns, and trying to have all the answers before taking action leads to paralysis by analysis. Instead of letting uncertainty fuel doubt, embrace it as an opportunity for growth. Some of the most rewarding experiences come from stepping into the unknown and learning as you go. The more comfortable you become with uncertainty, the less fear and doubt will hold you back. I've always said that you need to practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable, getting comfortable being uncomfortable. If you can do that, practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable, success will be knocking at your door. Number 10, develop a mindset of resilience and self belief. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep going despite challenges. When you build resilience, you strengthen your belief in yourself. Resilient people don't let doubt dictate their actions. They push forward, knowing that struggles are temporary and perseverance leads to success. Developing a strong mindset means choosing confidence over fear and self belief over doubt every single day. So, there you have it, the 10 key points to helping you break free, let go, and start to be able to embrace confidence. So, as you know, as I always do, I always give you a story for each one, right? So, here's my story. So, recognizing self doubt and its impact. When you're doing something, I don't care if it's studying, I don't care what it is, when you recognize that you have doubt, you have to address that doubt. Okay. It can be subtle, but the effects over time can really uh, put a monkey wrench into the path of your success. So recognize it first. Okay. You're analyzing what it is. Maybe you have doubt in a relationship. Maybe it's very tiny, and maybe the doubt is there because maybe all your other relationships have been bad. So you need to say to yourself, look, why am I doing this? Well, because all my other relationships went bad, and this one's probably going to go bad too. Well, yeah, if you have that kind of a mindset, sure. But why not think of it like, all right, my other relationships didn't go so well, and I'm working each day to make this one better. See, that's what you need to be doing. You need to be conscious of those things. If you don't, then you're going to just head yourself into a brick wall and just wonder, well, why is this happening to me? Good reason is Einstein, insanity, the same thing that you've done in the past, doing it over and over again, expecting different results. That is insanity. So why not stop doing what you did in the past, change your way, and start realizing that when you change what you do, you won't have insanity anymore. You won't expect the same thing um, to be happening because now you're changing. But if you didn't expect it, that would be insanity. So you have to practice over and over again, change what it is you're doing so you can expect different results. If you do the same thing over and over again and you try to expect something different, that's insanity. Reframe your negative thoughts. Maybe you're studying to, let's say, be a great scholar. Maybe you are trying to be a great athlete. And so it comes from the pack that this is what you need to do. And I think that's an important piece that's important for you and for everyone else. It comes down to that whole piece. And that whole piece is the fact that what you tell yourself, whether it's out loud, whether it's, just to yourself, those thoughts will indeed affect who you become. So reframe them, shift it to positive thinking. I might not be good at this today. However, I'm learning and getting better each day, right? I may not be a millionaire today. However, I'm learning and accumulating wealth, so I will be one soon. Those are what you need to do. The simple shift in mindset helps you approach challenges and start to exuberant confidence instead of fear. You're basically retraining your brain to focus on possibilities rather than limiting yourself to being in that rut, right? If you get out of limitations, it's a game changer. If you know that you can, Henry Ford said something a long time ago, very smart. If you think you can't, you're right. And if you think you can, you're also right. So that means belief, which is what I preach all the time, believemeachieve.com, which is my motto, believe and achieve, right? So believe me, achieve. When you believe, you do achieve. It's just, this isn't a fast food restaurant, right? You don't put your order in and expect it to come out in 30 seconds. It takes time to prime your pump, to get ready. It takes a little bit of time, not forever, but you can't expect it immediately. And be like, oh, it didn't work, so I guess I'm going to do something else. No, you can't do that, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be patient. All right. Building confidence through small wins. Maybe you want to celebrate that multi-million dollar win or that huge, play on the sports field. But right now, you don't have that, do you? So maybe you have a small goal. Maybe you have the fact that you were able to get the ball from the other player several times. That's a win, right? Maybe the fact that you just showed up today is a win. The fact that you all got up this morning, ladies and gentlemen, is a win. The fact that you, ladies and gentlemen, are right now watching me is a win. Okay? People say, oh, I don't want to celebrate that. It's not big enough. But nothing ever got to be, gigantic overnight. So we have to start in small steps. We have to go through the process. And when you do this, and you believe you're capable, you could celebrate that. You could celebrate the fact that, maybe you learned something. You could celebrate the fact that you're not going to do that anymore. You could celebrate the fact that maybe you recognize that that person is negative and they're not going to change. And you need to make the decision that you shouldn't be hanging around them. That's really key, ladies and gentlemen. That is really key. But a lot of people don't do it. Like, they do the test, right? And then they're like, I'll give them another try. But why are you giving them another try? Like, what is the whole point? And I think the point comes down to the fact that you just don't know. You just don't know. And if you don't know, then how is it you can move forward? I think the reason you can't move forward is because you're stuck on where you are right now. You are stuck on where you are. And if you're stuck on where you are, I feel that that is a huge, huge problem. I mean, a really, really big problem. A problem that I think most of you don't understand. And so by understanding, you can realize that that's enough to take you to your next level. All right. That's enough. And so I want to tell you that your belief is enough to take you to the next level. That's it. Your belief will get you to the next level. But you have to believe. Number 4, trust yourself and your own abilities. You are smarter than you think you are. You are smarter than you think. So why don't you give yourself credit? You are stronger than you think. You are smarter than you think. You are more intelligent than you think. You're more creative than you think. You're more curious than you think. You have more intuition than you think. So those are really important things. And when we can embrace this fact that you are smarter than you think, it's pretty amazing, right? Many smart people will sell themselves short. Okay? Shakespeare put it very well in his romantic comedy, and I quote, "As you like it, the fool doth think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool." As you like it, the fool doth think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool. One more time. As you like it, the fool doth think he was, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool. In other words, smart people often underestimate their brain power. That idea was also proved by Cornell University, a study that was recently conducted by social psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger. The phenomenon, now known as the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's the tendency for those who have low abilities in certain areas to overestimate their own competence and those with higher abilities to assume the task is simple for everyone. If you're not too sure about your own intellect, it could indicate that you're pretty intelligent. Thoughtful enough to realize your limitations, at least you can overcome them. So you're smarter than you think you are, right? You learned earlier than you expected. And I think these things, like you're curious about things, um, you know, you understand that you needed to wait for certain things in life. You understand that there is perfect time for things, right? You understand that you don't always have to try hard. You have to be smarter at how you try. So I think those are the important things. And so embracing this whole concept is a big key to allowing you to succeed. Trust yourself. You'll be glad you did. Overcoming fear of failure. Many people will fail at things, but they think that that's the opposite of success, but it's not. Failure is just part of the process. It's a necessary part of life. Every mistake, as I said, is a learning experience. So, do you beat yourself up because you made a mistake? You shouldn't. You should recognize the fact that you are more powerful than you think, and that when you make these mistakes, okay, there is more power than you think. More power than you think. That's pretty cool. You have more power than you think. More power than you think. That's pretty amazing. Okay. And I can tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, that when you start to believe in that one thing, it'll change your life. So if you've done something a few times and you keep failing at it, that means you're not learning the lesson. The key is to shift your perspective on what we know as failure to something bad as seeing it as something good so you can change the way you respond, the way you act, the way you behave. Once you remove fear and doubt, right, the grip is gone. And suddenly you're able to achieve those amazing successes. Replace doubt with action. Keep doubting yourself like the doubting Thomases. Maybe you are having trouble studying. So instead of doubting, study. And when your brain says, gee, wait a minute, he's actually studying, she's actually studying. Well, maybe we are good at this. See what I mean? Surround yourself with positive influences. You choose your friends, you don't choose your family, but choose your friends carefully. The friends that you have need to be a two-way street with you, a give and take. And so when someone you're around makes you feel good, that's great. But if someone's always making you feel bad, that's not someone you want to be around. Now, if it happens one time, of course, maybe you're not going to feel great around them all the time. But if it's a pattern where you're always feeling bad around them, time to ditch them. Sorry. And this is my favorite. We've talked about compassion. Love yourself. Be good to yourself. Treat yourself. One of the ways I like to practice self compassion and patience is using the Pomodoro method, whereby I work for X minutes. In the case of the show, 28, 29 minutes. Then I'll take a 5-minute break. And then I'll do another Pomodoro. And I'll do 4 of those, like in that pattern. And after the fourth one, I won't take a 5-minute break. I'll take a 45-minute break or an hour break. See, be compassionate to yourself. Be loving to yourself. Don't demand from yourself. You will get much more out of yourself. Embrace uncertainty. Life has uncertainty. Embrace it. If you don't, you're always going to be worrying about what if, what if, what if, what if. Embrace the uncertainty. Learn to bask and enjoy it. See it as a potential treasure, a mystery that you'd love to uncover. The more comfortable you become with uncertainty, the less fear and doubt will hold you back. That's pretty powerful. The more comfortable you become with uncertainty, the less fear and doubt will hold you back. One more time. The more comfortable you become with uncertainty, the less fear and doubt will hold you back. Thus, what does that mean? Practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable. I'm not saying to be in pain. I'm saying to be a little bit uncomfortable. Like if you lift weights, don't lift something that's going to like make you in so much pain. Just a little uncomfort, right? And the last story is about developing a mindset of resilience. And so, how do we develop a mindset of resilience? I think it comes down to the fact that we have amazing power in our lives. Okay. We have amazing power. And with that amazing power, we can truly change our lives and many people's lives that we're a part of. So, developing that mindset of resilience comes from that belief, comes from getting rid of fear, false evidence appearing real, allowing the fear to be gone so the grip is released of your doubt. Developing a mindset of resilience, take action. When you've got doubt, take an action. When you notice that something's not working well, learn from the lesson. Throw away everything else, but learn from the lesson. Maybe the lesson was painful. Remember the lesson, not the pain. The pain was there because you didn't get it the first time. So the universe is like, okay, I got to make this a lot more convincing for this guy or for this gal. I've got to make it more convincing. And so I've got to put a little more energy into it. Unfortunately, sometimes it might be a little more than you can handle. So let's embrace that, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's the best way to handle life. All right, everyone, take care.